Welcome to this casted ranked game submitted by Matt. Matt was the yellow player and he was playing with Dopp in blue and Jack in green. From what I have heard, they were trying to do a meme build of spamming walls, forts, castles, outposts, and fixed guns. China has a card in Age 3 called the Great Wall that increases the hit points of walls by 500%. If China's walls are upgraded with Bastion, they could get over 10k hit points, which would take a very long grind for normal units to break through. Well, unless you have mortars. In this current patch, Malta's fixed guns get the civilization bonus of receiving 2% more hit points for every shipment that they have sent, and could accumulate up to thousands of hit points in late game. Combining that with China's Great Wall in the front while keeping Malta's fixed guns safely at the back could be a really devastating combo and difficult to deal with if you do not have mortars on the field. Meanwhile, Ottomans could send Team Spahis for a timing push and send another team card that gives 1000 coin for everyone on his team to get upgrades or spam more units. But would Dopp, Matt, and Jack be able to pull this off as planned? Let's find this out. Maybe applause. Alright. Okay, spawning at the top, blue we have, it's called Rashi, but this is actually Dopp. Green we have, this is Jack. And then this is Matt. On the other side, we have Russian player in red. And then there's the Spanish player, so that's orange. And then we have French player, it's purple. And then they're playing on this map called Gran Chaco. Lots of these big hunts, like you have, I think, like 15 animals in one hunt. And then there's a lot of llamas scattered all around. In the middle, we have 3 native TPs. You can make some native pikes. These are like goons. Goons which has a splash damage and also like snare units. This one we could make some pikes and also some like bows. Oh, sorry, this is also the Bolus Warrior. Alright, let's check their decks. So Russia, pretty aggressive deck, 3 unit shipments in H2. Double Cossack and Strelic card. Let's check the French guy. Alright, he's got the Huron Mantlet. This is like a siege unit. So if they're doing a rush, then this will provide a lot of siege. And then check the Spanish player. Pretty standard deck. I think he's going Cav, judging by the cards. Maybe Lancers in late game. Alright, let's check Matt's deck. Alright, we have the fixed guns. Got the 2 fort wagons. Oh, he also have the team improved buildings card. So this will further boost China's Great Wall. Like a Great Wall. So they're trying to do that strat, as I said before. Let's check Jack. Yep, Jack has the Great Wall card. So it will be insane, the amount of hit points. And also the building card, it will also affect it affects all buildings. So this will also affect the fixed gun, because fixed gun is tagged as a building as well. So this will boost fixed guns, boost fort wagons, the forts, boost walls, boost like normal type of buildings, like houses, TCs and stuff. Finally, we check Dopp. So Dopp has like Team Spiky and also T1K coin. Alright. Get a little bit of fighting here. Turn off Fog of War. Alright, they got the lamb on there. Okay, so Jack is placing his wonder behind and then started building walls. Very beautiful, pillarless walls. So for each pillar, they cost like 5 wood. But they have like no value there. If you delete the pillar, this wall still holds. There's no holes in the middle. So like you could save up 5 wood there for every pillar that you delete. So that's very clever of Jack. Started building walls, but that's just only one vil. Like if he's getting rushed, then you know on the left side is open, on the right side is also open as well. So maybe he could like send one in the middle, one on the left, one on the right. Alright, Dopp aged up with the mosque. So that's why he got an extra mosque. Increases the build limit of mosques. Alright, each of them are... It's very clever. They're spreading out their explorers to search for the FB. So Matt is on the left. He's using it to scout the left side. Jack, unfortunately, he lost one in the middle. And then Dopp is scouting on the right. So we could see that there's a blockhouse foundation. Oh, it's built already. Okay. So they know that at least they're getting pressured in the middle. At least. So how will they react? Okay, Dopp doesn't have any unit shipments in H2. So he's vulnerable to getting rushed. Matt also no unit shipments. Let's check Jack. Okay, Jack's got like 7 cav. These are like very weak cav in H2. Alright, Matt got double hospitals. Got 1 batch of crossbows. Alright, Jack's got the middle and the left hand side walled. But Dopp is completely open. Like this map is very susceptible to getting raid because it's very open. There's not a lot of like choke points. The only like natural barrier is like this pond. Nowhere else. Even the trees are quite scattered. They're not like densely clogged in the same spot. Alright, let's check the other team. Okay, so the other team has Strelets, Musk. Okay, so French. Yeah! The Mantlet, we got the Siege, so this will easily take care of the walls. How about the Spanish play? Spanish is home basing is stable. I don't think that's smart. Because he will waste a lot of time running to the front line. If he built a stable here, his cab is already charging in. So that's a lot of like DPS wasted. Alright, they broke through the walls. Jack built a second layer of walls. Let's check from Jack. Jack is getting pressured. Okay, Jack has 11 balls in his TC idled. He's dropping down the second wonder to get to Fortress Age, but he couldn't build it because of the Cossacks. Alright, so Jack has... Okay, very smart. He's slowly migrating his vills, trying to keep like around 10 vills inside for the max damage, 90 damage. But his teammates, okay, Matt's got 2 batches of pikes and bows. Dopp got some Avis. Alright, Matt's trying to bait part of the army to face him. Jack lost his CC, lost a couple of vills there. 3 vills garrisoned inside. Alright, for the Asian Wonders, interestingly, if you don't have any like vills building on it, it will even build on by itself. But it will build very, very slowly. So the more vills you have on the Wonder, the faster you can age up. So even if there are no vills building on it, it could still age up eventually. Unless it gets sieged down in the mid. Alright, Dopp's got 2 Falcons. Jack's desperately using his vills to take down the army. Okay, so 1 Falc left, down to less than half health. Trying to save the llamas. Good job, Jack. Llamas. There's 1 more llama. He's eating 1 llama. I think he's trying to age. Yes, he aged successfully. Good. Matt calling the GG. Jack saying no. Alright, Dopp dropping down some quick walls. Jack also dropping down a second layer. He was getting killed. Dopp very good building placement, using the foundry and the houses as like a wall. So it will be harder for these cap to raid. Look, it took like 2 to 3 seconds to circle around. Very clever using the walls to shoot down the cav. So once the cav could get on the left, he could pop on the right. Very, very smart for Dopp. Okay, meanwhile on the left, it's all quiet. Alright, so Jack's lost double wonders, a TC, a consulate. He's only got 2 villages and a market left. It's down to 14 vills. And then now the other team is all charging in at Dopp. Okay, they noticed that Dopp has reached age 3. Let's see Dopp's cards. He's at 2 Falcons. That's all the unit shipments he had. So Dopp is very vulnerable at this moment. He had his timing push, the Falcons. Dopp saying, what are we doing? So obviously they have failed in doing their beam strat of spamming walls, outposts, forts, fixed guns. He's asking for a rematch. Alright, meanwhile he's getting attacked. He's got 2 TC subs on the right hand side, each securing a coin mine. So if he loses this TC, it's still like okay. But he needs to migrate these villas. Because the good thing for Ottoman is that they spawn villagers for free. So he could still recover, even though if he lost his TC. So this is a crossbow versus Strellet war. And then the Musk's doing the sieging. He's trying to kill the vills, denying them from cutting the coin, but the coin is almost fully gathered. Okay, Abyss sniping down the Strelets, kiting. The Strelets have like the shortest range, 14 range only. Even the crossbows could kite it with 16 range, and Abyss got like 18. So that's a lot of DPS from the Abyss and also from the crossbows. I think that cleared off all the units. Okay. I mean, the other team like got Jack pretty much dead, and then wiped out Dopp's TC, which is pretty good damage. And also the other team has map control. So if the other team could like continue to deny Matt's team from gathering resources outside their walls, then they will eventually starve to death. and that will put the other team in a very good position. Alright, so the other team is attacking Matt now, the last target. I wonder if they have scouted Dopp's. Yeah, it's completely black, so they think that Dopp is wiped out, such as well as Jack. So this is their final target. Oh, got a snare on the vills. Well, these husks are not catching the vills. He should like circle around and then sandwich the vills. And more vills. Okay, the orange player. Yep. Alright, meanwhile there's a fight here. This is a very bad trade for the purple player. Musk versus double skirms is not a good trade. A lot of vills idled, like moving back and forth. It's a pretty chaotic game so far. Alright, like, oh, okay. They almost sandwiched the cab in the middle, flanking from the left and the right. Alright, Matt's team are regrouping. They've got the Changdos to protect the Avis, and also the Pikes as well. Okay, so now they have Matt's team have successfully repelled, except for the Huss here. The Huss is retreating back as well. So score-wise, Matt's team is losing like 10k. Let's check the vills. So this is the Russian player, 45 vills. Matt, 24 vills. Okay, the French has 35 CDBs, so that's a lot. It's like you need to times 1.2. Jack is down to 10 vills. Spanish got 43 vills. And Dopp's got 33 vills. Jack's got a snare on the Huss with his Changdaos. Alright, another push. Alright, not enough Cossack, he needs more Cossacks. I think the Spanish player could do Lancers against the Avis and the Skirmishers. That would be really, really effective. Avis just doing a lot of work. The Avis do siege damage, as you can see here. So they will neglect the range resist. So Charles has 30% range resist. This will not affect the Avis because the Avis deals siege damage. So that's why they could like win the war easily. Okay, so I guess they're trying to push the FB. Okay, they spotted that the Spanish player has sent vills to get a coin there. So these vills are very vulnerable. If Dopp could get to H4 and send Spahis to kill this, they will die in like 2 hits. Alright, got the gate. The walls, they're not. Yeah, because oh, he's H3 now. But will Jack send a card? Yeah, he can't send the Great Wall card yet. He needs to recover. He needs to work on his ego first, so that's why he sent his phone card. And a coin card. Wow, that's a lot of units. Right, the Lancers, let me remove the fog core. Lancers should charge! Charge in! Bro! The Lancers counter pikes too, you know? They have no negative multiplier against heavy infantry. They are true Lancers. Alright, Matt's trying to drop down fixed gun. Alright, he sent the fixed gun wagon, okay. So they're trying to do the strat. They have walls in the front, fixed gun in the back. Okay, that's very smart. Because this layer of wall is not completed. Alright, he built it here. Boom! Okay, he shot down one Cossack. And the other team is smart, like they pulled off. This is not a good fight for them. So if they continue fighting, the fixed gun will get free shots on the units. Alright, Jack's raiding with his step riders, getting on top of the foes. All these foes are idled. Meanwhile, Dopp is pushing. A Spanish player is trying to get some revenge. And I think you don't need to like send so many lancers. You can send like 3 to 5 because these step riders are pretty squishy, you know. 150 HP is like a musk. Right, these skirmishers are unprotected, getting demolished by meter hammers, iron flails. Meanwhile, Matt is building a very small base on the left. Okay, walling up, okay, so taking a chunk of the left hand side of the map, securing these 2 coin mines and then 2 hunts, plus some trees. And then he has spotted some CDBs. Alright, the Lantern is counter-raided. So, good for Matt, has secured the left hand side of the map, Dopp has secured the right hand side of the map. So they need to contest the middle. Alright, the fixed gun has taken down Blockhouse. Can also take this one down. I think the Spanish player should not siege, he should like split into 2 groups to raid. Like spread one group to scout for any goals on the right and then some on the top. Let's check their log board. Like use the scav to like scout the coin mines and also the hunts. You know, like send one party here and another party here. Right, French is pushing on the left, Spanish pushing on the right. Spahis, okay? I think this is from a teen Spahi, plus also the age of Spahi. That's why he's got. Alright, Lancer's shredding down the Apis. He should have done this earlier, like in the middle. Like because like there's such a big mass now, even the Apis could snipe the Lancers. You should never let the skirm player gain a critical mass, otherwise they can like one shot any time of unit. So far, this team still have more of the map. They have the middle, also the sides as well. but they're slowly losing ground in the middle. Alright, Dopp sends Team Spahi. Oh, this, I think this is from the church tech. He sent a church card. Yeah, I did. And then this is like the third one. So one is from the age up, second is from the church, and then the third one is of the team card. And because of the church tech, it also gets the melee resistance. So it gets double resistance. But for his allies, they only have the range resistance. That's a good cleanup. The Spahi, very good pop there. Clean up at least half of the skirms at this point. Okay. So they are winning the right but losing the left. And Spahis, again, the Spahis should pull them to scout coin mines, hunts, and not siege the TC. Like, you could spread 2 to 3 groups, you know. One group down here in this coin mine, second in this coin mine, the third maybe on this coin mine. I mean, I understand maybe he wants to protect his Aegis. Like, in case the other team has Cav, he could use the Spahi to body block. So that's why he's keeping his Spahi close to his Aegis. I can understand that. But I think that's... they could like split like 3 Spahis to raid, you know? Okay, Team Gold. Right, finally he is searching the coin mine. That's a stroll up there. No, that's a good cleanup. For the Apis. Team 1K coin has arrived. Okay, they have finally cleared the center. Let's check what the other team's doing now. Alright, they're switching to farms and estates. Meanwhile, Jack's team, they're still on like natural res. There's a lot of huntston. Matt's got 2 mills, 3 mills. Okay, they're also on mills as well. Because the natural res, you gather faster from natural res. So it's always better to gather from hunts rather than from mills. Okay, there's a huge fight there. Spahis versus Cursors. Okay, the goons will take care of the Spahis, pulling back, smart. Use the Apis to take care of the goons. And then Spahi taking care of these skirms. And also these 2 unprotected folks. 2 more folks on the left. Meanwhile, there's a charge here. So Jack's team has a better micro. Like, these files are separated. Like, these goons should be on the left. You know? If they don't want to put themselves in this situation, then the other team should put the Falcons either on the left, like all 4 Falcons on the left, or all 4 Falcons on the right. So the goons will just need to only stay at one place. You don't need to like go back left and right. Like, where do I go to protect this Falcons, you know? So that's some like decision making. And then shows on the right. This is very poor positioning. This native settlement is splitting their team into two very small vulnerable groups, you know. That is not smart for the other team. Like, they should pick the location of the battle wisely. Like, maybe back up here, you have like 3 blockhouses. The blockhouses, they have a multiplier against Cav. So this Spahis fight under these 3 blockhouses, and then if you like micro them, you like right click on the Spahis, you target them first, then this will be a better fight for the red team. Okay, now they have a lot of like racks, stables, and stuff. It costs a lot of wood, you know. Like 1 racks or a stable costs 200 wood. That's like 1k wood gone, and then another k wood gone here. You know. All right, so Jack has sent the card, the Great Wall card. Up. And also he's upgraded with Bastion. It has 15k hit points. But at this point, I don't think it's that necessary anymore, because they're being the offensive. Let's put that Fog of War. Okay, slowly Jack's team has taken over half the map. They have the flanks and also the center. Interesting walls, I don't know. Maybe he wants to make it harder for the Cav to get through. Like creating very narrow corridors, creating choke points in the middle. But he doesn't have any units, I don't know. Okay, so score-wise, Jack's team has pulled off. Let's check the vote count. Okay, Jack's good recovery, he's got 90 votes. Spanish got 79. Dopp at 100 votes. Russia at 71 votes. Matt 105, that's max because he's got the German town. And French has 80 CDBs, also max votes. Going Imperial, French is Imperial, Dopp is also Imp. So each team has 1 Imp player. If he could get Imperial Gendarmes, that would be great. He could easily wipe out like the square mass. Even it could take care of the pikes. These are just guard pikes. Alright, Matt has sent steel bolts. It gives them ranged siege attack, so it don't need to walk all the way close to siege. You can shoot from far behind. Alright, Orange is spamming some walls. Okay, he's got Imperial Gendarmes. Also, he's got 2 heavy cannons. Alright, he could use the heavies to shoot down the pikes, and then Cuirassiers get on top of the Abyss. Alright, got goons. Okay, so the goons could take care of the Spahi, but they need to coordinate together. Okay, I think Dopp's team, they see the Cuirassier mass, so he's pulling back his Abyss. He's at 33 cuirassiers. He could like make a 3 more, I guess. It's not carded. He hasn't sent any card. He's got the cheap gendarme card, and also he's got the riding school, but that's it. He doesn't have any calf combat card. Dopp sending. He's got the hot air balloon. Oh, this is from the age up, the hot air balloon age up. Alright, he's scouting. He's checking the unit compo, so he knows that there's gendarme cuirassiers. He's scouting what other kind of units they have, the other team has, so they need to counter it, be ready for it. But I think score-wise, they have won. It's like almost double score. Russia hasn't been making a lot of bills, so that's why his eco is far behind. I think he spent like all his res on making strelets. Infantry speed, okay. So that will be good for his pikes and crossbows. The crossbows could kite better. Did he send... Yeah, he sent the Advanced Arsenal, so Advanced Arsenal has a tech called Military Drummers. This will boost land infantry speed by 10%. And also if he researches this tech, it will give him, like, I don't remember, 10% or 5% more. So currently he's at 4.4 movement speed. Let's see how much he has after he researched the tech. I don't know what they're doing. I mean, you basically checked their Unicom already, you know. Is he looking for factories? He's got the factories. Okay, 6 speed pikes, yeah. So 4.4 to 4.8. So that's another 10% boost. Pikes start with 5, military drummers for 5.5, and then the native tech becomes 6. So it's plus 20% in total. So the pikes move like a rod arrow. The gendarme cuirassiers are 6.25. So they could like catch the cuirassiers more effectively. Sorry. Oh, the cuirassiers are blocking the fort wagon from building. Alright, that's a quick cleanup there. Okay, he's trying to protect his heavy cannons by using this defend mode. Alright, Jack's cab is trying to break through the line, trying to get to the heavies. At least he could touch the valves. Right. Jack's team is throwing everything they have. Meat shield to meat shield. Right, they knocked out heavies. Selfie even got flamethrowers. Right, 2 Fox are left. Meanwhile they have flying crows. Right, the fort is up. Fort could provide some support damage. And all the cuirassiers are dead. Yeah, it could be GG at any moment. Like the Russian player doesn't have any units left. Right, more gendarmes. I think the goons need to focus on the pikes. The only anti-cav are the pikes for Jack's team. Okay, there goes the fort. Okay, Russia's got some grenadiers. He's the only one that is still in H4. And then Jack's team has sent Trade Monopoly. So there's like a timer. It counts down 5 minutes. So if 5 minutes is over and the other team hasn't taken off over a half of the TPs on the map, so in this case they need to take away at least 2 TPs, otherwise they will lose the game. Okay, Matt is breaking in. Like at this point, I think they don't need pikes to siege. If they want to siege, just make mortars. The pikes to deal with the gendarmes, and mortars shoot down buildings. That'll be a better idea. Alright, using the grenadiers to block off this choke point, but it's got flanked by Jack. Okay, Matt has broken in, finding any TCs he could. If he sieges down the TC, there's no place for the villagers to hide, to garrison, so they're vulnerable. So that's very smart for Matt, targeting TCs first. Right, so there we have a GG there. So I think French is left. Let's check out French. There we have it. So this team, they had a very good rush at the start. They've taken out Jack, sort of taken out like Dopp. And then, but they got lost by the Abyss. They got kited by the Abyss and also Matt's crossbows. And I don't think the Russian player A made any vills. Let's check the stats. The Russian player has the weakest eco. Let's check the vill graph. Like at 12 minutes to 23 minutes, he only made one batch of villagers. The entire time his TCs were AFK. So that's the first part. Like, yeah, rush. Like, even when he was rushing, he still made villagers, you know? That's good. Because if you want to sustain a rush, you need to have the eco to make the units, you know? But he idled for like over 10 minutes. That's like even worse than in Jack's spot. Let's check Jack. Like, even though he got like idled, he climbed up, he recovered afterwards, you know? If the Russian player had kept on making villagers, he could reach like a max pop at around this spot already. So you will lose the war of attrition in the late game, so that's the first point. And also, like, somewhere in the mid game, in early mid, like when the Spanish player he's got Lancers, and those Abus were unprotected, he should have charged in and take care of this Abus. I think there were just like, I think 5 to 10 pikes, but remember those are Lancers. Lancers counter heavy infantry as well. They have 3 times multiplier against all types of infantry. Like you could easily melt down the pikes and then get through, or you just send like 5 to snare down the pikes, and then use your other remaining cav Lancers to get on the Avis. You know, if Dopp lost that Avis mass, then I don't think it's that easy for Dopp's team to recover, because then no one will be able to like. Also, Matt was making crossbows. The Lancers could also take care of the crossbows as well. So that's the second point. And also the third point, what Dopp's team did well, was that they built TCs next to coin mines and stuff. Like when you're getting raided, you could pop inside. So a big mistake for the Spanish player is that he sent his builds together from the coin mine over here. I mean, it's fine if you have built like an outpost or a TC. Like if you get raided, you could just hop inside. And then you could send your reinforcements to take care of the raids, to counter raid. They didn't have anything, so they got wiped out instantly. Like even for those who did not get killed, when they're walking backwards, they're wasting time walking back and forth. You know? So that's like the third point, the third mistake this team had. No, like Matt also did very well. There were like 2 hunts. He's got a TC at these 2 hunts, and then also a TC at this coin mine. Yeah, so Matt did also a very good job. You need to build buildings that allows your villagers to garrison inside. Like for China, you could build villages to secure coin mines as well. So this team needs to work on that. Like you have all the res here, just make some outposts. The French player, so instead of placing all these TCs at his base, you know, spread them out, spread the TCs on the coin mines, on the hunts, you know, get line of sight, control the map. Like you have just given up all the map. You don't have the line of sight. You don't know what's going on. You know, that will be very troublesome for you. If the other team is pushing, if they want to get to your home base, they need to first take down the TC. A TC is worth 6,500 hit points. You know, it would take some time for them to take down. So if when they're taking down the TC, you could spam units, you know. So that will help you to buy time. Or even better, you could age up to a timing push, send some unit shipments in H4, send heavy cannons and stuff. But this team, they haven't done that. Yeah, so that's the fourth point. And also the fifth point is that they should not switch to mills and estates that early. Well, yeah, that's like it's related to point 4 as well, because they don't have the garrisons. So that's why they're not gathering from natural res outside. Well, all in all, it's a very good comeback for Matt's team. Like even though they were doing like a kind of meme and troll build, they knew how to react, you know. But I think it would be better if like Matt could have put in 8 crossbows in H2. 8 crossbows, 8 pikes. At least the 8 crossbows to defend the rush. And also if Dopp could send Janissaries, this is not Dopp. There's like a 5 Janissary card. And also I think there's like a native skirm card. That would be better to hold off. But he was FFing, so yeah, I understand. But he only has 2 files, you know. He might want to put another card, maybe 5 Spahi, or Apis card, or I don't know, maybe carve Archer. Carve Archer and Falx, that would be a very good combo. Like he got like wrecked. He got like 1 Falk down and the other is less than half health. He's got nothing. Jack's got nothing to protect his Falx. He only got villagers to shoot down those huts, you know. Poor Jack. And then Jack's got 5 step raiders. It's Jack. Okay, 7 step riders, yeah. I would say put in like the Chukunu card as well. Like when somebody is rushing you, most likely they will have siege, and then musks is a very common type of siege, also pikes. And then pikes and musks counter cav, you know? So if you're getting rushed, you should send bows instead of cav. So I think this is like the worst H2 cards to defend the rush. I mean, I know they, like from the start, they're trying to do a beam build, but if you don't have those like kind of emergency cards to react to, then it will be very disastrous for you, you know? Yeah. So that's all I gotta say for this dude. Thank you for watching.